So much has changed for the world, for our country, and for my family. Like so many students across the world, I graduated from law school during the pandemic.
Tiffany, on the other hand, was no stranger to high society. As Donald Trump's daughter, she grew up under the constant glare of the media, navigating life as the child of one of the most talked-about men in the world. At the time of their meeting, she was in law school at Georgetown, balancing her studies with the occasional high-profile social event. Their meeting at that Mykonos beach club seemed almost like a scene from a movie. Tiffany with her American charm, and Michael with his deep cultural roots and business mindset. The connection was immediate, but what followed was anything but a fairy tale romance. Their relationship wasn't just about two people, it was about two powerful families, two different cultures, and two very different sets of expectations. Tiffany's life was constantly under public scrutiny because of her father's polarizing political career, while Michael's family preferred to operate outside of the media spotlight. How would they navigate these contrasting worlds? Would their love survive the challenges of public attention and family expectations? Fast forward to 2022, and Tiffany Trump and Michael Boulos were ready to tie the knot in a wedding that was nothing short of extravagant. The venue? None other than Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's famous estate in Florida, known for its grandeur and exclusivity. The stage was set for a perfect wedding, elaborate floral arrangements, a designer gown, a high-profile guest list. But just as Tiffany was preparing for the biggest day of her life, something completely unexpected happened. Hurricane Nicole, a massive storm, was barreling toward Florida, threatening to throw the entire event into chaos. Wedding planners scrambled to adjust as weather reports kept changing. Would the wedding be postponed? Would guests be able to attend? Would the lavish event be ruined? It was a nerve-wracking wait as Tiffany, Michael, and their families held their breath, hoping the storm would pass in time. As the storm raged, the tension behind the scenes was undeniable. Guests were anxious, last-minute changes were being made, and uncertainty loomed over the celebrations. But in the end, the storm passed just in time, and Tiffany's dream wedding went on as planned. The photos showed a radiant bride in a stunning gown, standing beside Michael as they exchanged vows in front of family and friends. On the surface, everything looked perfect. But some whispered that the struggles leading up to the wedding were symbolic of something deeper. A sign of the challenges Tiffany would face in blending her world with Michael's. Tiffany's marriage to Michael may have seemed like a fairy tale, a glamorous union between two wealthy families. But the reality is more complex. She grew up in the public eye, the daughter of a controversial figure, while Michael's family valued privacy and tradition. Merging these two worlds wasn't going to be easy. Tiffany now finds herself navigating a fine line between her father's highly publicized legacy and her husband's deeply rooted values. Unlike her siblings, who have fully embraced the public spotlight, Tiffany has always maintained a sense of distance. But now, with her marriage to Michael, she's once again being thrust into a world of attention and expectations. Living with a famous last name isn't easy, and Tiffany Trump knows that better than anyone. As the daughter of Donald Trump, she has spent her entire life under public scrutiny. But as she steps into this new chapter, she faces a choice. Will she continue to stay in the background, or is Tiffany Trump finally ready to embrace her place in the spotlight? Tiffany Trump has always been the quiet one in a family that thrives on making headlines. While the world was fixated on her father's presidency and her siblings' very public lives, Tiffany mostly stayed out of the spotlight. But at 31, she's finally stepping forward, offering a glimpse into her world and answering questions people have been asking for years. From her whirlwind romance with billionaire Michael Boulos to the challenge of blending two powerful families, Tiffany's life has been anything but ordinary. What secrets has she been keeping, and why has she chosen now to break her silence? Stick around, because Tiffany's truth is one you won't want to miss. When people think of the Trump family, they usually picture extravagant skyscrapers, reality TV drama, and high-profile controversies. But there's one Trump who has always remained somewhat of a mystery, lingering in the background while the rest of her family dominates the limelight. That's Tiffany Trump, often referred to as the Forgotten Trump. But is she really forgotten? Or has she simply been living life on her own terms, away from the chaos? Born in 1993 to Donald Trump and his second wife, Marla Maples, Tiffany's childhood was unlike that of her older siblings, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric, who were raised in New York City, deeply embedded in the Trump family business. When her parents split in 1999, Tiffany moved with her mother to Los Angeles, where life was far removed from the boardrooms and media frenzy surrounding her father. While her siblings were making headlines in Manhattan, Tiffany's world consisted of school events, beach outings, and the occasional red carpet appearance with her mom. She carried the Trump name, but in LA, she was just Tiffany, a regular kid growing up in a place where Hollywood stars were more common than billionaire real estate moguls. This quieter lifestyle wasn't just a coincidence. Marla Maples made a conscious decision to keep Tiffany away from the chaos of the Trump family's high-profile life. She wanted her daughter to grow up away from the scrutiny, the business empire, and the endless media attention. While her siblings were making business deals and navigating the intense glare of the public eye, Tiffany was shielded from that world. And honestly, can you blame Marla? The Trump family was constantly in the news, and keeping Tiffany out of that whirlwind may have been the best decision for her. But staying out of the public eye only made people more curious. As she grew older, speculation about Tiffany's role in the family became a frequent topic. Unlike her siblings, she wasn't actively involved in her father's business empire, nor was she making any big political moves. The fact that she kept such a low profile led to the media dubbing her the Forgotten Trump. Some even wondered if she had intentionally distanced herself from the family, raising questions about whether she felt truly included. Instead of chasing fame, Tiffany focused on her education. She attended the University of Pennsylvania, her father's alma mater, before moving on to Georgetown Law School. Unlike her brothers, who were always in the headlines for their business ventures and controversies, Tiffany preferred a quieter path, focusing on academics rather than public appearances. There were no major scandals, no fiery interviews, just Tiffany, living her life under the radar. But after years of staying silent, she's finally stepping into the spotlight. Why now? What has she been keeping to herself all these years? Love has a way of showing up when you least expect it, and for Tiffany, that moment came in the summer of 2018 on the sun-drenched shores of Mykonos. The setting? Lindsay Lohan's exclusive beach club, a place known for its high-energy parties, stunning ocean views, and VIP guest list. It was there that Tiffany met Michael Boulos, a moment that would change her life forever. Michael wasn't just another vacationer enjoying the Greek nightlife. Born in Lebanon and raised in Nigeria, he came from the influential Boulos family, a business dynasty with massive operations spanning Africa and the Middle East. His family's empire, which includes everything from motorcycle sales to large-scale manufacturing, has made them one of the wealthiest families in the region. But Michael wasn't just a rich heir. By his early 20s, he was already involved in the family business, showing he had ambitions of his own.